Now, for those in the audience getting to know you for the very first time, care to share where you were born?
I was born in Chicago on the east side. I was born in Jackson Park Hospital on like 75th and Stony Island.
And does it get any more specific than that?
Nah, I don't get no more specific than that. If you know, you know.
And care to share where you were raised?
On the east side of Chicago, a neighborhood called Ted Town.
And does it get any more specific than that?
It do, No Limit, Drench Gang, whatever, however they want to call it.
And what ages were you raised in that area for?
I was born in the hood. I probably stayed in 20 different cribs in the hood. My grandma, we stayed in one house for the longest, like 20 years, but then that house got burnt down. So, I've been over East my whole life. Even when I wasn't, when I was a kid, my mom used to get mad because they tried to move us from over East. And we ride the bicycles from the Hunters to over East. We just over East.
Now, this grandmother of yours you're referencing on the mother's side of your family or father's side?
My mama's side.
And when this house burnt down, were you there when that actually took place?
Nah, I went there. I ain't even know for real. I pulled up one day, going to go see her, and I'm like, what? Like, what happened? Then my uncle telling me like, nah, we're out the bam. Then we just chopped it up.
And do you still reside in that area today?
Yeah.
And care to share your current age, just for context?
I'm 22.
And your birthday?
January 16th.
Now, what was that really like, growing up in that area for you up until this point?
It was sweet for me, but then at the same time, it ain't sweet for nobody. I say it was sweet for me because I had like OGs type shit, so a lot of niggas was just running around. I was running around, but I always knew what came with it. That's like one thing that my mama always told me. Like, she ain't never had nothing from me. She just told me everything that come with it. You do this, it come with this. You want to take this route. She just told me everything about choices, but some people ain't got no choice over there. Some people just gotta do what they gotta do to survive. I feel like it's like that in a lot of neighborhoods, but over East is different. Ain't nobody trying to get no money. Niggas trying to kill. That's it. Like, you gotta kill to survive, and it's busting,
Now, when it comes to that description there, what was the bottom point for you during your upbringing? What was your lowest point or most negative moment?
The lowest point for me that showed me how to get out of the trenches was like, I woke up, it was a big ass gun in my face, my mama tied up, her head busted, we getting robbed, all type of shit. That was just showing me like, damn, I gotta get out this shit. Like, that was like my driving point, and then that was the point like, I feel like everything went downhill from there because I started understanding like, mom bought me a gun, like I'm 12 years old, fuck is you buying me a gun for? But she showed me like I needed it. So it was just like, everything, it was what it was. It made me who I am today. And let me see. You know how like niggas be like thinking that street shit, the streets is the streets, but I wish I grew up in the burbs somewhere. Like, I ain't never want that road. I never wanted a lot of shit. It was what it was. You gotta take what you get and just run with it.
Now, this event that took place that you just described, did this actually happen at the age of 12 for you?
Yeah, I was 12.
And how did you and your family survive that robbery?
It was just like, my OG, she cold, so she knows she a gangster. She don't fuck around. So they thought they took everything. She just gave them what they thought they took, and she had a whole nother stash. So the whole time, everybody running up to me, they like, you good, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. So they tweaking off me not being good because they expecting me to be crying and all this other shit, but I'm used to it already. So they really was sick. We was laughing after the shit because my OG played too much. She go to the cars and she put out like 15,000 laughing at they think they took everything. No, they ain't even take everything. We sitting there counting that shit. We wasn't tripping, it is what it is.
Now, this description that you painted of this upbringing, and you mentioned you got to kill to survive, and not you personally, but just generally speaking. And this event that took place at the age of 12, which was maybe your lowest point, mentally, has this been something you sought any professional help over?
Nah, hell nah. I feel like, I don't know. I think my outlet used to be like, probably like just going outside, going to the block. Like a lot of stuff we don't understand what we going through. We just numb to it, so we thinking it's regular. Like I really didn't start understanding shit wasn't regular until like I started rapping. So when I started going different places, I'm seeing like, oh damn, they doing this over, they doing that. You see like what we going through, it ain't regular, but it's regular to us in the hood. Like what, niggas get shot every day, niggas get robbed every day. You gonna get up and go outside the next day, like nothing ain't happened, you know?
And what age was this when you described this traveling and venturing out and seeing that things weren't as regular as you thought they were?
I used to see it like, I go to AAU games and shit. I used to see it like that, but then when I started rapping, I started being around niggas with real money, like real millionaires. So you start seeing different shit and you start understanding. That's why I go so hard. You gotta work, man. These niggas don't be working. You gotta work, man, for real.
Do you want to put an age figure on that? On when you started seeing, when the rapping started and you started seeing these people with money and things of that nature?
21. I went to French Montana crib in LA. It was like the biggest crib I ever been in. So when I seen that shit, I'm with Chris Brown, motherfucking Vin Diesel, a lot of people, Coyle Ray. That bitch was busting. It just showed me like, oh yeah, I gotta get some more money. Like I got some money, but I gotta get some more money.
What was that house really like?
Man, that bitch was live. Like I think it was like my second time in Cali. So live, like so live. You just see like it's more. It's a lot of shit out here. You gotta chase this shit, and they just showed me like that shit back home. That shit ain't about nothing. Like that's why I'm trying to touch back to them so they could see. I don't like preaching, but you be having to tell the shorties under you like what they missing out. Cause I feel like that's what drove me. Like if you don't know nobody, I got homies who never stepped out of a 10-block radius. Like they stay in that neighborhood. So if they go see more, they gon' see it's like, oh damn, we could get this shit. Niggas don't know. Like you can't, what you don't know, how can you get it if you don't know? A lot of shit just be about knowledge, but man, that's my job. I feel like I gotta snatch a couple people up, take them to go see this shit for real.
Now, even though you haven't received any professional help, mentally speaking, with all this description that you've presented thus far in this portion of questions, do you want any?
No, I don't think I need no help. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like, I know I'm different. I'm different because I know the people around me, and then I just see, I know I'm different, but I don't feel like I need no help. I feel like, I don't know. I just don't feel like I need no help. I feel like I'm regular. Like, I don't know. I smoke weed. That's probably my help.
Now, asked you previously how you were able to survive that particular scenario of the robbery, but just generally speaking, that upbringing in that area of Chicago, what was your key to surviving that, looking back,
Shit,
up
really,
until this point?
you gotta know how to move. Like, that, when you a face, I always been like a face, like on social media. So like I always been known by a lot of people. They knew who my big brothers is. They know where we from, shit like that. You just gotta know how to move. So shit, I just make sure I move the correct way. Like I used to get on the bus and shit like that, but I throw my hoodie on, I get on certain hours, like as a kid. But you just gotta know how to move for real. You just gotta use this. It ain't about the toughest niggas die. Don't try to be the tough guy, man. Just move smart. Tough niggas die, go to jail. It's that simple. The smartest men are always gonna win.
And how did you gain that knowledge of learning how to move and things of that nature?
I always hung around older niggas, so like, even as a kid, my OG ain't had nothing from me. So like, I was, shit, 5, 6, 7 years old, hang with motherfuckers 18, 19, 20, like, and I just learned from them. So now it's like, they always tell me I got an old soul, but I think I got an old soul because I always was with older niggas, and they old right now, so. You just gotta listen, man, and go hard, man. These niggas be out here playing. The internet, this shit, they think this shit a game. This shit not no game, man. This shit real.
When it comes to social media, care to share your handles on your biggest platforms for those in the audience getting to know you for the very first time?
I am on Instagram, Lil_Nuu with 2 U's, 1.
Any other social media platforms you want to raise awareness to as well?
My Twitter is I think it's one Lil Nuu, My Facebook, Lil Nuu, LULNUU. That's all I got.